unspeakable. That's what it is. Absolutely unspeakable.
Oh, Blanche, are you pretending you just found your first gray hair again?
Dorothy, just because you have to walk around looking like an English lawyer doesn't mean everybody has to. For your information, I'm upset because I had a date and he called and canceled.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Was it anybody special?
Well, that's not the point. He might have taken me someplace where I'd meet someone who is.
Well, you know, it's amazing. Beneath that thin veneer of superficiality, somehow miraculously, there is another, even thinner veneer.
What am I going to do? What on God's green earth am I going to do?
You can stay home tonight. We're going to watch one of those John Bradshaw specials on PBS.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can't get Dorothy's inner child to shut up.
Good luck. I'll call Mel Bushman.
Of course, Mel Bushman. Old reliable, Mr. Backup. How long has it been, 3 years that the two of you have been insignificant others?
Yeah, guess it has been. You know, Mel and I have something really unique. We're like, I don't know, what do you call it? When two people get together when they need somebody but don't make demands on each other when they're apart.
Out-call massage.
That's odd. He's usually home by now.
Well, he is the Zipper King. Maybe he got stuck in traffic.
Tell me the truth. Do these glasses make me look stupid?
Let's just say they don't hide it.
The consumer show asked me to test these chemically treated lenses. The theory is they don't fog up when you come in from the cold. Excuse me.
Rose, you want to run that looking stupid question by us again?
I'm just doing my job.
Rose, leave the glasses in the refrigerator, close the door, and keep your head out here with us.
How will I know if they fog up?
The little man who lives in there who turns the light on and off, he'll tell you.
I'm not in the mood for jokes, especially about the little man. You know he scares me. It's really been hitting me lately. Everybody's job down at the TV station is exciting but mine.
Well, then why not look for a more challenging position?
You know, I did hear something about an opening for a weekend news reporter. Oh, what am I talking about? I don't have any experience.
You don't need experience. You've got the one thing every TV reporter needs. Hair that doesn't move.
Dorothy, Sophia, I told the news director I was interested in the reporter's position, and guess what he did?
A Danny Thomas spit take?
No, he's giving me an actual news story to cover as an audition. So I was hoping you could help me get comfortable on camera so I'll be ready when he gives me my assignment.
You know, Rose, that's not a bad idea. This'll be the camera. And let me see you interview Dorothy.
Oh, no, not me, not me.
Dorothy,
no,
please.
I'm not good at this.
Oh, but this is a pretend microphone. It's really just a hairbrush.
All right, Rose, ready? Go.
This is Rose Nyland. We're here chatting with my good friend Dorothy Zbornak. Welcome, Dorothy.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
So, can you tell me what it... Oh, so tell me, Dorothy, what's it like being a substitute teacher?
Look, Rose, honey, excuse me, but I think you should take another tack. I mean, I'm not saying that my job is boring.
Say it, Dorothy, say it.
No, I just feel you should ask more probing questions.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Isn't it a fact that you have a drawer full of retirement home brochures and you're just waiting for the first sign of dribble on your mother's chin to lock it away forever?
She's kidding.
Your sock drawer, Dorothy. You know, the one you know who can't reach?
I knew you were keeping pictures there, but I had no idea. You disgust me.
Look, I don't have to stand for
Nail
this.
her, Rose. Nail her. Remember, a good reporter always gets a story no matter what.
That sock drawer is my business. Look, those times that Mom makes me crazy, I go into my room and have some pretend time, okay?
This is Rose Nyland signing off in a sad, sad situation. Thanks, Dorothy. That was fun.
Girls, I do not know what I'm going to do. I called Mel all last night and all of today. I haven't gotten through to him yet.
Oh, the nerve. If you wind up having to read a book because of that man.
Where can he be? He never leaves the house, not even for me.
Where is this Bush mania all of a sudden? This is a man you see, what, 5 times a year? A man you yourself describe as Fred Flintstone with a better car.
Well, I may say things like that, but the truth is, Mel makes me feel young and beautiful and special. When we're together, we laugh a lot.
Why wouldn't you? You're both naked.
There's more to Mel and me than just the physical, Sophia. We share things. I couldn't be intimate with just anybody.
Oh, yeah? What about the guy who painted our address on the curb?
You make it sound like it was a one-night stand. He'll be back when it's faded.
Honey, Mel's probably just busy with work, not answering the phone. You'll reach him. You always do.
Dorothy's right. You're worrying for nothing. I remember back in St. Olaf.
Hold it right there, Will Rogers. None of us is in the mood to hear one of those St. Olaf stories.
Well, then here's one against your will. But to show you I'm a good sport, I'll get right to the part that'll make Blanche feel better. Anyway. Everybody in the village hated Ingmar. So we grabbed our torches and climbed the hill to his castle and pounded on the great oak door, but there was no answer. So we got a ladder and we climbed up to the window and we peeked in, and to our relief, there was Ingmar lying on the... Oh, wait a minute, he was dead.
My God, Dorothy, what if she's right? What if something's happened to Mel?
Good going,
Oh,
Rose.
girls, I'm frightened. Come on, you gotta go with me. I gotta go check on Mel.
Oh, of course, honey. But I'm telling you, you have nothing to worry about.
Way to go, Rose. I thought you said that story would help.
Well, it did. You don't know how long I've been waiting to get that one off my chest.
Oh, my God, there must be 2 weeks' worth of papers here.
Oh, now, calm down, honey. This doesn't say dead. It says... Okay, let's get this over with.
Maybe we better think this over. We don't have any right to go breaking into somebody's home.
We're not breaking in. I have a key. See. Baldwin. Baxter. Ah, here it is. Bushman. No. Oh, that's Al Bushman. Here we go. Mel Bushman. You know, girls, I've been thinking. Ever since Mel and I met, I always figured he'd be around when I needed him, but I never thought about his needs. All I cared about were mine. And I just always figured he'd be available, and he was. Oh, girls, he's always been there for me, and I just took him for granted.
Oh, honey, don't do this to yourself. You take everyone for granted.
Thank you, Dorothy. Well, so far, nothing seems out of place.
Look at this exercise coat. It's never been used.
Oh, yeah, we've been on it.
Don't ask me.
Oh, Dorothy, look. The Zipper King's 1 millionth zipper. Oh. I will never be able to look at another zipper without thinking of Mel.
Let it go, honey. Let it go.
Mel, is that really you?
No, it's Klaus von Bülow.
Oh, Mel, it's great to see you. Blanche thought you were dead.
She did? I love it. What makes you think something could kill Mel Bushman?
Where have you been?
I was on a vacation. What's the big deal? What made you think I was dead?
If Mel Bushman doesn't answer my call, then something must be wrong. You weren't there when I needed you. You're always there when I need you.
Well, when you deliver such services, every once in a while, a man's got to take a vacation.
All that matters now is you're alive. You're alive and we're together, and I'm never going to let you go.
Tell me she's being dramatic.
When I thought I would never see you again, I began to realize just how much you meant to me and how much I've taken you for granted and how many things I never had a chance to say to you. What I'm trying to say is I realize how much you mean to me and that I don't need anybody else. I want to be a one-man woman, and you're it. Mel Bushman, I love you. I'm all ready for my big date.
What big date? You're going out with Mel Bushman.
I know, isn't it wonderful? Tonight, Mel and I are starting a brand new relationship. Do you realize how rare it is to find out the person you've been sleeping with is the person you love?
No, but you can't go by me. I have morals.
Girls, great news. I got my assignment, and it's a biggie. Oh, yeah, a biggie. Real big. Big, big, big.
Cat show?
Dog show. Miami's 13th annual. Oh, that's right, ladies. This afternoon, I'm going to get the scoop on man's best friend.
Oh, congratulations, honey. I know you're going to do a great job.
Oh, I just wish my mother and father were here to see this.
Because they'd be so proud of you.
No, because they'd be alive.
My God, I've got goosebumps. Mel will be here any minute.
Honey, why are you so jumpy? You've been out with Mel 1,000 times.
I know, but now there's more at stake. Everything's changed. It's all new and exciting. In many ways, I feel just the way I felt when I was a virgin.
You mean the feeling isn't going to last long?
Are you implying I lost my virginity at an early age?
I'm just saying you're lucky Jack and Jill magazine didn't have a gossip column. Please, Pussycat, I'm on a roll.
I'm sorry, Sophia, but I'm not going to let your skepticism ruin my entire evening. Mel and I were meant to be together.
I wish I could say the same for your thighs. I'm hot tonight.
I'm not going to stand for this.
Take it, Dorothy.
But I bet you'll lay down for it.
Well, that was just plain rude.
Some people just don't know when to quit.
Dogs. They eat when they want to, sleep when they want to, go to the bathroom anywhere they... Hey, I do have it pretty good. Now, if I could just get you to crack the window when you lock me in the car...
Ma, stop it now. I want you to behave yourself. We're here to give Rose moral support on her big day, and I don't want you doing or saying anything to embarrass her.
Hi, girls.
Oh, hi, Rose.
This is Andy. He's my cameraman. Andy, these are my friends. Where do you think we should set up?
I'm not sure, Mrs. Nyland. To tell you the truth, this is my audition, too. How about over there?
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
The blind, videotaping the blind.
Here goes.
And we're rolling.
We're here at the 13th annual Miami Pet Dog Expo, where you're going to...
All right, everybody, hands up! All right,
You, behind the desk. I want the cash. Everyone else, I want your wallets and your jewelry. Move it.
For God's sake, we've got to do something.
But he's got a gun. Mrs. Nyland, what are we going to do?
I'm going to do the only thing a good reporter can do. Get the story, no matter what. All right, and you just point your camera and do exactly as I say.
See the ring.
This'll be far enough. Thanks very much for making this evening a total disaster.
Sweetheart, give yourself some credit. It wouldn't have been a total disaster without you.
Oh. Really? Mr. No Guy with an Earring parks my car. My God. You'd think an elegant restaurant like that would bring out the best in a man.
What it brought out was $250 from my wallet.
It was a special occasion.
Where I come from, $250 is 5 special occasions. And a bottle of scotch. You'd think for all that money, they'd hang a picture on the wall.
The minimalist decor is designed to enhance conversation.
Nothing to look at? What's to talk about?
I would think I would be enough.
Talk about you? We didn't have to go out on a date to do that.
You think I'm boring?
No, sweetheart, I think you're fantastic. With a guy like me, a little fantastic goes a long way. I mean, look what we got now. Every couple of weeks, you call me when one of your boyfriends don't show up. I tell you, Bushman awaits. We rent the movie, we order some takeout, we talk about you. That's entertainment. I love that.
And we cuddle.
Sometimes you do more than cuddle. Sometimes you stay. That's the part I like the best, when you stay. Every couple of weeks, you bring a little class to Bushman's place.
Why, Mel Bushman, are you saying you love me?
Yeah. I love you. I love you the way we are now. But, sweetheart, you start with relationships and love, and I got to put on a tie twice a week to eat food I can't even see. I mean, we got a problem.
I guess that without thinking about it, you've become a very comfortable part of my life. When I thought you were gone, suddenly life wasn't so comfortable anymore. I really missed you.
Yeah, you miss knowing Bushman awaits. Hey, I haven't spent this much time thinking about feelings since we rented the Alan Alda collection.
Mel, I think it's pretty obvious. Our new relationship just isn't going to work out.
I don't think so. Why don't we call it off and go back to being friends?
Okay.
I got a great idea. Why don't you come over to my place? I'm hungry. I'll go down to Wolfie's, I'll get some pastrami, and we can rent out of Africa.
We've rented it 5 times and never made it through to the end.
I know, but it always works.
I do love you, Mel, as a friend.
Like I said, sweetheart, you got a lot of class.
Life sucks. Hi, Mel.
You run on home and I'll be over as soon as I check on Rose.
Bushman awaits.
I didn't get it. What? I didn't get the job.
Oh, Rose, your little dog show not go well. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about me then.
Blanche, Rose did something absolutely incredible tonight. There was a robbery at the dog show. Ma and I were held hostage. Rose was the only reporter there.
Well, shoot. I missed everything. Let's see the tape.
Okay.
This is Rose Nyland for Channel 8 News here at the Miami Pet Dog Expo, and I am an eyewitness to something shocking. People who look like they're dogs.
I said keep quiet and don't move.
That handsome fellow you see back there with his hand in the air is Brian Kingsley of Boca Raton. With him is his best buddy, Barney, a basset hound you'd swear was a member of his family. As we move closer, you'll notice Barney's collar matches Brian's Rolex. What do you think so far?
Well, I'm glad I wasn't there. TV does put 10 pounds on you.
I'm here beneath the information table with Bill Peterson and his similarly profiled bulldog, Churchill. It's amazing. That bulldog could be your brother. But I guess you get that a lot.
Actually, I do. Could we discuss this later?
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Blanche, but there's more. The police have just informed me that there was also a robbery by an unidentified man. Perhaps this little fellow knows who he is. I did that last part after everything quieted down. I thought it would kind of tie things together.
Wow. You didn't cover the robbery at all?
Was I wrong again? I mean, I could have covered the holdup, but it would have seemed like I was giving into sensationalism. I'm a reporter, damn it. They sent me to cover a story, and that's what I did.
I don't believe this. Rose, this was the opportunity of a lifetime. A 1 in a million shot. How could they not have given you the job, Rose? Oh, maybe the issue here is one of, oh God, what can we call it? Editorial judgment.
Really? You think so?
Oh, yes, Rose. Yes, I do. I guess it just isn't the story they wanted.
Damn, you're good.
Thank you, Dorothy. That makes me feel so much better. And to tell you the truth, I'm still not ashamed of what I did today. I mean, if Deborah Norville stopped for every serious news story that happened around her, she wouldn't be where she is today.
Well, Bushman awaits. You know, I learned something tonight. A relationship is more than sex and fun and videos and good times. Thank God this isn't a relationship.
Oh, morning, Ma.
Dorothy, when was the last time you had sex?
That's a very personal question.
That long, huh? Perfect. Then you shall be the queen of the festival of the dancing virgins.
Ma, what are you talking talking about?
Once a year, the women of my village threw a festival to recapture their virginity. It gives you a chance to say to the man in your life, what kind of tramp do you take me for?
We had a festival of the dancing virgins in St. Olaf, too. Every year, we'd go down to the lake, and they'd be flopping around on the dock. Oh, no, wait, that was the festival of the dancing sturgeons.
What is wrong with you, woman?
Okay, Queenie. I have to make salsa grandioso again, and this time I'm going to teach you
Oh,
how.
Ma, not the sauce, Ma. No. I mean, that takes weeks. There are 152 ingredients. I just don't have the time.
Dorothy, for 1,400 years, the women in our family have been handing this recipe down from mother to daughter. Each generation improves upon it in some way. Like, for instance, it was my great-grandmother who added heat.
What did you add, Sophia?
A mouthful of wine. It was an accident. A delicious accident.
Well, Ma, I just can't do it now. I'm going to be teaching that honors program class, and it's going to be a challenge. I'm going to have students who know that Chekhov is a brilliant Russian playwright, not the guy who was the navigator on the Enterprise.
I didn't know the guy from Star Trek wrote plays.
So, Dorothy, what you're telling me is I'm going to take this recipe with me to the grave.
Right along with the secret of why Uncle Gino legally adopted that goat.
Sophia, why don't you teach me the recipe? I'm practically a daughter.
Because you have to hand it down to a blood relative or the queen of the festival. When was the last time you had sex?
A couple of weeks ago.
Let's not split hairs. Congratulations, you're the queen.
I'm the queen? I'm the queen?
You're also the fool, so we're saving a lot on payroll.
Oh, leave her alone. We have to get to work on the sauce. We begin by taking a shallow bath in olive oil at 7:34 Sicily time.
Why?
Originally it was to keep the Visigoths away, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Am I convincing?
As what, ye old town slut?
It so happens our community playhouse is doing The Taming of the Shrew, and I'm to audition for the role of Kate, the fiery tart of Padua whom no man could tame. Hark! Perhaps a suitor doth approach it.
Do you think he'll stay all night?
Oh, Rebecca, what a surprise.
Look at you. And you used to yell at me for wearing halter tops. Mama, I just got a job interview, and I really need you to babysit for Aurora.
Aurora? I just hate that name. Why couldn't you have found something more musical, more southern, more beautiful?
Sorry, Blanche. Look, I know you don't like the name, and I know you think that I'm bringing her up wrong.
No. I just don't see why you have to feed her when you come to visit me at the museum. You don't see me taking out my breast in public. A lot.
I'd love to stay and argue with you, but I have to go.
Well, you know how much I want to be with Oreo, but...
Aurora, Mama, Aurora.
No, I just have such a block against that name. Rebecca.
You promised if I moved to Miami, you'd help me out, and I really need this job. Oh, you have a good time with Grandma.
Rebecca, will you stop saying that? You keep calling me Grandma. She's going to grow up to think that's my name.
Yours, if you talk of tales, and so, farewell.
Thank you.
Would you like to see Kate another way?
God, yes. Next! Blanche Devereaux. No, Larry's not directing this one. He's sick.
His back didn't go out again, did it?
How did you know?
I performed Annie for him.
Really? Where?
None of your business.
Okay. Jason will be your Petruchio, page 85.
Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time, let him that moved you hither move you hence. I knew you at the first. You were immovable.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Ooh. Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as me. You with me, you mean?
Okay. I've heard enough. Thank you.
Oh, please. I've waited my whole life to play this part.
Long wait. Thank you, Miss Devereaux. Let's take a 5.
Well, I thought you were great.
Oh, well, I was born to act. I've given some of my best performances on the stage.
And what about this little lady? I bet her daddy's very proud of her.
Oh, she doesn't have a daddy, do you, sweetheart?
Really? Well, she has a very talented mother.
How do you know?
I just saw her act.
Oh. 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 And your name was?
Jason Stillman. Did you happen to see Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes.
Well, I was in the party scene. Audrey Hepburn spilled a drink on me, but they cut it out.
Oh, I'm impressed.
I've settled here in Florida recently.
Oh.
Maybe you and your daughter could join me for an afternoon at the zoo one day soon?
My daughter and I would love that.
Well, I'll give you a call. Are you in the book?
Bold print. Hi, Pussycat. How was school?
Oh, I hate those smart kids. They may be our brightest, but they're also our rudest, considering most of them are guests in our country. Oh, give me a class of red-blooded underachievers.
Pussycat, when you were in junior high school and the kids gave you a hard time, what did I say?
You told me I was extra special and they were just jealous.
That's right. And if they still gave you a hard time, what did I tell you to say?
My mother can have you eliminated with one phone call. But, Ma, this is different. You know, I've always wanted to teach an honors class, but now that I am, well, the kids are making me feel stupid.
Dorothy, I'm going to tell you something I never told you before. When you were about 12 and we lived in Brooklyn, they called me into the school to tell me you had the highest IQ in the borough.
But that's a coincidence. I was told I had the IQ of a borough.
I had no idea. The brightest kid in Brooklyn? Well, that certainly explains the feeling of being right all the time. What is it?
173.
I don't know if you know this, but a burro can find his way back home.
Have fun shopping, Rose.
Oh, I'll be back. Oh, Dorothy, what crossword puzzle are you doing?
Sunday, New York Times. In ink.
Isn't Rebecca here with the baby yet?
Oh, no, she called and said she'd be a little late. You know, Blanche, it's so nice to see you take this much of an interest in your granddaughter.
Well, I have to. Jason thinks the baby's mine. Well, don't look at me that way. He thought the baby was mine. I just didn't correct him. Well, it's not a lie. I'm just withholding the truth.
Blanche, how could you do that?
Because over the past couple of weeks, I've really gotten to like him. And if I go back now and tell him the truth, he'll think I'm a liar.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to tell a fib.
Walt Whitman here has a point.
What's with this guy? He must be blind as a bat.
There are lots of ways you can trick a man into thinking you're younger than you really are. You wear sunglasses, put on a little extra makeup, go to dimly lit restaurants.
We've all done that.
Fly to Nevada to get a fake birth certificate. Have a phony high school yearbook printed up. Change the dates on your parents' graves.
We've all done that.
What if that's Jason? Listen, I'm warning you. If anybody blows the whistle on me, the old lady's out on the street. Rose, go in the other room and cry like a baby. Get, go, move it.
She owns us.
Jason.
Blanche, I really want to thank you again for these ray blockers. I didn't think I'd get used to everything being pink, but it's kind of fun.
I guess we ought to be on our way.
Honey, Alligator Grotto has been there 1,000 years. It can wait another few minutes. Good afternoon, ladies.
Hey, Jason, why don't you take the glasses off and stay a while?
No, gotta go.
Where's the baby?
The baby's sleeping
Let me take a peek.
at the Greater Miami Baby Sleep Center.
It's sort of a flop house for infants.
Oh, that must be the baby and her nanny now.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late, but you'll never guess what happened today.
Tell me later. Give me the baby and live.
She said, Mama.
Too bad, Blanche, that you weren't there.
Yeah, too bad, but I'm sure she'll say it again. Okay, let's go.
Wait! Let me get a picture. Isn't she the most beautiful mother you've ever seen?
Grand. Just grand.
You know, Blanche, this is like a perfect family. Well, almost perfect. Maybe someday there'll be room for me. And who knows, maybe even a little one of our own.
And a pinch of red pepper.
That's not a pinch.
Did you ever get pinched by an Italian? It takes about 5 minutes.
Hi.
What are you doing up? You have school tomorrow.
Oh, I'm just too smart for my own good. I feel as trapped and isolated as Soren Kierkegaard in his final days. What?
That's such a funny name.
Oh, Rose. Dear, sweet, single-digit IQ Rose.
Oh, I've been tossing and turning. I can't sleep. I don't know what I'm going to do about Jason. He's reached a point in his life where he's anxious to settle down, and he wants us to have another child right away. Well, frankly, I don't know if I want another baby so soon.
I understand. Wait a couple years and Medicare will pay for it.
Why wait? Have it now and the Inquirer will pay for it.
It's so unfair. We're both about the same age, but he can go on making babies the rest of his life. I feel like the spruce goose. People may visit, play with the controls, but I'll never really fly again.
is little Aurora doing today?
Oh, what a good girl she was this morning. She was just smiling and smiling and smiling. I know sometimes it's just gas, but she was so cute.
Ma, it's not cute once you pass 80.
Oh, I thought I heard company. Come here, you.
Aurora just got up, so you may not be able to put her down for a nap this afternoon.
Oh, that's all right. I enjoy it when she's awake.
Mother, this is so unlike you. You've never really liked babies.
Rebecca, go home. You are interfering in mine and the baby's bonding time.
Before I go, I just want to say it's been wonderful seeing the open, honest, and loving relationship you're having with Aurora. You've been great. I love you, Mama.
Wait. I'm not as perfect as you think I am. There's something you ought to know.
Hi. I hope I'm not too early.
You're right on time. There's something I want to tell you. I'm not the baby's mother. I'm a grandmother.
I don't believe this.
I should have told you sooner, but when we first met, I was very attracted to you, and I couldn't believe you thought I was the baby's mother. What were you thinking of?
Well, I thought, who am I to judge? I was bald at 23.
Well, I guess this puts an end to our relationship. You probably don't want to go out with a grandmother.
No, I'd go out with a grandmother. I don't want to go out with someone I can't trust. Goodbye, Blanche.
Well, that's that. No use crying. Shall we take the baby to the park?
Why? So you can pick someone else up? I really thought you were getting to love Aurora, but you were just using your granddaughter to try and land a man. Goodbye, Mama. Thanks for babysitting. You won't have to do it again.
Oh, good, you're home for the Festival of the Dancing Virgins. The sauce is almost ready.
Yeah, I'm not staying for dinner tonight. There's a meeting at Mensa. That's the organization for people with high IQs like mine.
You know, in St. Olaf, we had a chapter of Mensa. And across the room was Girlsa. No, wait, those were the bathrooms at St. Olaf's only Italian restaurant.
Hold it, Dorothy. Not stay for dinner, not stay for the sauce, miss the whole festival. Where's your sense of family? Where's your sense of tradition?
Ma, it's just that I want to be around my intellectual peers.
I got bad news for you, pussycat. You are. I made up your IQ.
I wasn't the brightest kid in Brooklyn?
So I lied. Did it help you get along with your honors class?
Yes, but Ma, you lied to me.
Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. I've been messing with your head for almost 60 years.
I guess you don't feel like Soren Kierkegaard now.
That's Soren Kierkegaard.
I got her to say it again.
What's going on?
Oh, good, a trollop. Everybody, grab a rock.
Go on, throw them. I don't care anymore.
Oh, honey, you still that upset about Jason?
I'm not upset about him. I would never get that upset about a man. Rebecca called, asked if she could come over and get the baby's things. I asked her if we could talk. She said we have nothing to talk about. We have so much to talk about. The trouble is we always end up fighting.
Look who's here. Oh, Sophia, see if you can get them to stay for dinner.
No, really, thank you. I just came by to pick up a few things.
Well, there's just plenty of food.
Thank you anyway.
I'll get the baby's things.
Come on, it's 6:30. We're already 5 minutes behind schedule. Rose, before you bring in the sauce, tell us what ingredient you added.
Well, I don't want to spoil the surprise. I'll give you a hint. They're sugary and they're great.
Dorothy, you're going to have to do the Dance of the Virgins by yourself.
Ma!
You remember, it's like the bunny hop, except you keep your legs crossed.
Ma, you're making this up.
I'm adding to it. Once every year, the women of my family got together. They danced, they laughed, they ate. It was a celebration of mothers and daughters. Don't turn your back on your mother, Rebecca. Don't let your little girl grow up without a grandmother. I'm 85 and I still cherish all the memories that I had with mine.
I think I've got everything. Can I kiss Roy goodbye?
No,
No?
we're not going anywhere.
Give me that baby.
On with the feast.
Oh, Ma, I may not have an IQ of 173, but I know what you mean by continuity and family. And next year, I want to learn the sauce.
Deal, pussycat. It's not that hard. First, you get 1 large pot, a dozen plum tomatoes, and 1 moron to do all the work for you.
Blanche, would you mind coming over and actually doing something?
Well, Dorothy Zbornak, are you implying I'm not pulling my weight?
That's between you and the laws of physics. Come on, honey. These are your father's things. You should be helping.
The auction's less than a week away. There's a lot to do.
It's just so hard for me. Big Daddy's only been gone for a year. Here I am already selling off his things.
Honey, it has to be done.
I know it. I just didn't realize how seeing these things would bring back so many memories. Like Big Daddy's Bible. Never went anywhere without this. Whiskey. That explains why every Sunday after services he'd stand up and yell, "I can lick any man in this church."
Oh, pussycat. Just the person I was looking for. I have a question for you. Strictly hypothetical. Let's say a man wants to take out on a date.
Why is that hypothetical?
Check your calendar, pussycat. Now, would you rather this man had looks, personality, or money?
Personality. Looks? Money? Why did you ask me that?
No reason, just wanted to get your honest opinion. Here are the answers to that questionnaire.
Uh-huh.
If Dorothy finds out I hired a matchmaker for her, she'll kill me.
Oh, I understand.
By the way, I'd like to change the answer on number 10. I think a prison record does matter.
Okay, but you just cut her chances in half.
Never mind, whatever you got.
Sophia, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course. What do you think of a woman who cries herself to sleep every Saturday night because she's bored and lonely?
Your daughter does that.
I do that. If you can fix Dorothy up with somebody, maybe I can get out of the house once in a while. Or at least stay in and walk around naked. Look, you better be going.
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. You forgot to answer the questions on the back. And I still need a picture.
Would you settle for 1,000 words?
No.
All right, I'll get you a picture. Now move. Hey, that sign says no soliciting. Come back here and I'll blow your head off. Capiche?
I'll get it.
Pussycat, I have another hypothetical question. Let's say a man is interested in you.
This isn't going to stop until one of us dies, is it?
No. Which of the following characteristics could you live with? Body odor? Schizophrenia? extra toes.
Ma, I couldn't live with any of those. Look, I am perfectly capable of attracting a man who is charming, good-looking, and interested in personal hygiene.
Are you going to take this seriously or not?
Blanche, are you all right?
I'm stunned. I'm just stunned.
Honey, what's wrong?
That call. It was Viola Watkins. She used to be my mammy.
Your what?
My mammy. The woman who took care of me when I was little.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I ever heard anyone called Mammy before.
What about Mrs. Eisenhower?
Mammy Eisenhower. I think only the Nixon kids got to call her that.
Anyway, Mammy says she's going to be in town in a few days and she wants to see me.
Well, you don't sound very happy about it. Didn't you like her?
Oh, I adored her. She was like another mother to me. In fact, she was the only friend I had. I was a lonely child. My sisters refused to play with me because I was so beautiful. Do you know what that's like? No, of course you don't. I loved her, and I thought she loved me. And then one day when I was 10 years old, she left. No goodbyes, no explanation, just disappeared. I was devastated. We Southerners don't forget things like that.
No, it's true. Possum is brain food.
You know, I had a nanny when I was a child. She was my best friend. I could tell her anything, and I'd know she'd keep it a secret. Oh, we used to spend the days running and playing in the meadow or playing hide and seek in the barn. My nanny treated me just like I was her own kid. Excuse me.
Is there anyone here who doesn't think she was talking about a goat?
Hi, pussycat. Gee, you look nice tonight.
Oh, thank you.
But lean over here and smile. I think you have something on your teeth.
Oh, really? Ma, why did you do that?
Playboy is running a spread on the substitute teachers of Miami.
Oh, I'll get it.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Blanche Devereaux.
Mammy Watkins?
Blanche? I sure could use a hug.
Okie dokie.
I was speaking to Blanche.
Oh.
Dumpling.
Mammy, I want you to meet my friends. This is Dorothy Spornak.
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
And this is Rose Nyland.
We've met.
Just sit down.
Blanche, I wanted to tell you how sorry I was to hear of your father's passing. He was a wonderful, wonderful man.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, that's really the reason I've come here.
Oh?
My friends in Atlanta read in the papers where you'd be selling off his things here in Miami. And before you did, there's something I'd like to ask you for.
The Bible?
No, thanks. I don't drink. There was a music box. I gave it to your family, and I just can't bear the thought of a stranger buying it. I'm afraid I'm in no position to bid for it myself, and I was hoping you could give it to me as a gift.
Let me get this right. I don't hear from you for years and years. And then out of the blue, I get a phone call, and you come waltzing through that door and tell me you want me to give you a music box.
Oh, wait. It's Mimi.
Just under the buzzer, Rose.
It was of great sentimental value, Blanche, I assure you.
It just so happens we haven't found any music box.
Well, yes, we have. It's in that box.
Shut up, Rose. I'm sorry you wasted a whole trip out here, but we're not handing out free gifts today. Why don't you drop by again in another 30 years or so, and we'll see what we can do.
They grow up so quickly, don't they? I had a wonderful time tonight, Jack.
Good, so did I.
You know, I don't ever go out on blind dates, but Ma was so insistent, and, well, you sounded so nice on the phone.
I am nice. They don't call them correctional facilities for nothing.
Had a sense of humor, too.
Okay. Boy, I bet we're both relieved Mrs. Contini did such a great job matching us up. I'll have to thank her in the morning.
Wait, can we back that up a second? Who is Mrs. Contini? What do you mean matching us up?
You know, Mrs. Contini, the matchmaker who brought us together. I realize the process is hopelessly old-fashioned, but it's a lot more personal than those video dating services, don't you think?
I'm afraid there's been a terrible mistake. I think you'd better go.
Wait, can I see you again?
Probably not. I will be at the Florida State Women's Prison.
The one in Jacksonville? They used to come to our dances. Why are you going there?
Murder.
You're going to meet some great gals.
Hi, pussycat.
Say goodbye, old woman.
Have a good time?
Do I sound like I had a good time?
How the hell should I know? You're always like this.
Your matchmaker set me up with a criminal.
White collar.
Ma, will you stop meddling in my life? I am sick of it. I told you, if I want a date, I can find one for myself.
Oh, Dorothy, dear, sweet, delusional Dorothy.
Blanche, if you don't mind, I'm having a heart-to-heart with my mother. Now listen up, you withered old Sicilian monkey.
I don't have to take this. Keep it up and I'll take you to Shady Pines.
That's where I take you.
Ouch. Guess I backed into that one.
Blanche, what do you want me to do with Big Daddy's encyclopedias?
Oh, put them with the Bible in the liquor cabinet. Well, what are you doing here?
Blanche, I came here for more than just the music box. It was wonderful to see you after all these years. You are still my little dumpling.
That's all very sweet, but you're not getting the music box. And now, if you will please excuse me.
Blanche Marie Hollingsworth, sit down.
I'm not a little girl anymore. You can't tell me.
I said sit. Now, Blanche, that music box is a lot more important to me than you could possibly know. I didn't give it to your family. I gave it to your father. It was a special gift.
I don't understand.
Blanche, I loved your father.
Of course you did. Everybody loved Big Daddy.
No, I mean I loved your father.
Get out of here.
We were lovers, Blanche.
That's impossible. Big Daddy was a Republican.
These are letters he wrote me. They're personal. I wouldn't normally have another person read them, but they explain everything better than I ever could. I'm sorry, Blanche. I know this comes as a surprise.
Look, Blanche. Oh, hi. I found this picture of your mother and father. What do you want me to do with it?
Mrs. Bornak?
Mrs. Petrillo?
Oh, good. You two are talking.
We're not talking. I'm still furious with Ma for hooking me up with that matchmaker.
That reminds me of a story about St. Olaf's most famous matchmaker.
Please, Rose, spare me the endless, inane details of how Heidi Flugendugel Gergenplatz successfully matched a bull with a duck. And how their daughter was a bull duck who ran a small tattoo parlor in Congo. Funny, what's the matter?
I just found out that Mammy Watkins and Big Daddy had an affair. They were lovers. For over 50 years.
We can't even get anybody to do our windows.
Honey, are you sure?
Yes, Mammy Watkins gave me these letters Big Daddy wrote to her.
I'd swim across many oceans for a glimpse of your face. I'd climb the tallest mountains for the sound of your voice. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles. Seems authentic.
I just can't get over it.
Over what?
San Juan Hill, Rose. Over the fact that her father had an affair with her mammy.
I don't know what to think. This changes everything I ever thought about Big Daddy. I always assumed that he and Mama had a wonderful sex life. I walked in on him once when I was a little girl. There was all this huffing and puffing and high-pitched sounds, and then suddenly Big Daddy shouted, "Glory!" And they both lit up cigarettes. I vowed then and there I would never do anything so repulsive.
So what happened?
Oh, Bobby Joe Porter explained to me that the cigarette part was optional.
Remember that one time you walked in on me, Dorothy?
Oh, yeah. I still remember what you said. Mommy's sick, get help.
I would have died if I had ever caught my parents having sex.
But you never walked in on them?
Once, but they were only playing leapfrog.
Rose, have you seen Blanche?
I think she's in her room. Why?
I really need to talk to her.
Every time you need to talk to somebody, you go to your mother or to Blanche. Why doesn't anybody ever talk to me?
Your advice always comes with one of those damn St. Olaf stories.
I can give advice without a damn St. Olaf story. Now, what's wrong?
Well, I just don't think it was right of Ma to hire that matchmaker behind my back. Now, why does she always meddle in my life?
Well, Dorothy, you know, I recently read about a man in Paris, France, named Freudenstoifer.
Rose!
Pierre Freudenstoifer. He worked in his father's quiche factory. And his father, Lars...
Do I look like I just fell off the turnip truck?
No. But you do look like the woman who used to drive it. Her name was Uma Van Heflin. No relation. Although she, too, collected string. But one...
Rose, stop yourself. You're doing two of them at the same time.
I know, and I'd like to try to handle it. I feel like Hans the plate spinner. Yeah, funny thing about
Rose!
Oh, my God, Dorothy, I need help.
Rose, you're headed for a meltdown. Now make a point. Any point.
The point of the story, actually two of the stories, is that you let your pride get in the way too often. I mean, the only reason your mother did what she did was she didn't want you to be lonely. And when you think about it, the idea of a matchmaker is kind of sweet.
Dorothy, can we talk? I just want you to understand why I did what I did. Pussycat, I realize I was wrong by not talking to you before hiring a matchmaker. But what you don't understand is where I come from, matchmaking is an age-old tradition. For centuries, people have been happy being brought together by a third party.
I understand. And I really appreciate what you're trying to do.
Good. And in keeping with that spirit, I sold you to the Sultan of Fatah.
Ma.
What? You're a substitute teacher. It'll be just like the king and I.
Ma, why do you do this?
I want you to be happy.
I am happy. Look, Ma, I know that you think there's something missing from my life, but there isn't. I mean, if the right person comes along, great. But I don't need a man to be happy.
I didn't realize that about you. On Mrs. Contini's questionnaire, there's a box about that.
Anybody for barbecue chicken?
Oh, I'm afraid we're out of charcoal, honey.
Oh, who needs charcoal? That's what these letters are for. Now, if I can just find that music box, we'll have us a big old file.
Blanche, what are you doing?
Well, I certainly can't let Mama Watkins have these things. It'd be just like giving my consent to what happened. For my sake and my mama's, I cannot do that.
Blanche, your father obviously loved this woman. You love this woman. I think you'll feel a lot better if you talk to her.
All right, I'll talk to her, but I can't promise anything else.
I once wrote some letters to my nanny.
We know, Rose. She ate them.
Thank you for coming.
I'm glad you called.
Please sit down. Well, this has been very difficult for me, but I want you to know I forgive you.
I don't need your forgiveness. I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. Blanche, your father and I were in love. We didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. Now, in another time and place, we would have been married. But at that time in the South, it wasn't an option. And it wasn't only physical either. You just don't go through what Curtis and I went through just for sex. Although that was reason enough. Blanche, did I shock you?
Yes, I've never heard anybody call Big Daddy by his first name before.
He was the only man I ever loved. And now he's gone. I'd like to have the music box.
No.
Fine.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Walk out, just like the last time.
What are you talking about?
You didn't even say goodbye. I woke up one morning and you were gone. I loved you. I spent the next few years wondering what I'd done, what I'd said to make you leave me.
So that's what this is all about. Honey, you didn't do anything wrong. I had to leave that night because your mother found out about your father and me.
Well, you don't love a little girl for 10 years and then just walk out of her life. I'll face it, you didn't care.
Did you or did you not wear your very first formal, white with pink trim, to the junior prom? And did you not come home wearing a football jersey?
It was dark in that hayloft.
Your father and I spent many an hour trying to figure out what to do with you. You drove that man to distraction.
Well, all right, maybe you talked about me, but that's not the same thing as being there.
I know that. I remember a wedding reception early one June when the most beautiful bride I'd ever seen danced with her equally handsome father.
You were there?
The song was Tennessee Waltz, and you asked the band to play it twice so you could dance with your dad as long as possible. I stood in the back with the caterers so no one would notice. You don't know how much I wanted to hug you. I just had to see my dumpling on her wedding day.
Here. I think Big Daddy would want you. I want you to have this.
Blanche, I don't know what to say. This isn't the right music box.
That's the only music box there is.
The music box I gave your father was black enamel and played Stardust.
The theme from Bonanza.
Well, then, I guess we went through all this for nothing.
I wouldn't say for nothing.
Then who the hell gave him this music box?
trying to decide what to get Dorothy for her birthday. What do you think about this? Good-looking, single white male seeks fun times on a regular basis.
Well, it's something she doesn't have.
Hi.
Hi. Dorothy, you're home from school.
Oh, Ma, do you realize you've said the same thing to me just that way ever since I was in the 3rd grade? That's sweet.
It's not sweet. It's pathetic. 52 years and you never stopped off anywhere. Get a life. So did you teach anybody anything today?
Well, I tried, but it seems none of the kids are interested in learning how to diagram sentences. I really don't get it. I mean, am I the only one who thinks diagramming sentences is fun?
You talk like this on dates, don't you?
Dorothy, you're a substitute. Your job isn't actually to teach.
Then what is it?
But to keep the kids from burning the school down before the other teacher gets back.
Now, normally you'd be right, but this class knows that I'm filling in for the whole semester. And I must say, it's really nice having the same class every day and watching them grow and learn. And, of course, they're not trying any of that usual substitute shenanigans.
Is that kick me hard sign a fashion statement?
Another one? No, this isn't what you think. No, this isn't because I'm a substitute. This is because I am flunking the star of the football team, and he's not going to be able to play on Saturday.
Oh, what a relief. I thought you were the brunt of a joke. Turns out they really hate you. Dorothy, why don't you pass the kid so he can play? I doubt if the Canterbury Tales is going to come up in a huddle.
I agree, Dorothy. Saturday's game was a big one. And speaking as a former cheerleader and ex-bad girl in a health film, I can tell you the importance of school-sanctioned extracurricular activities.
Now, look, I want you both to know that I don't enjoy failing anybody, especially this kid. But he's lazy. In his book report on A Tale of Two Cities, he said he liked them both, but he really prefers Minneapolis, because that's where Prince is from.
Oh. Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi, honey.
Rose. Honey, is something the matter?
I just got back from having my teeth worked on.
Oh, what was it, a wisdom tooth?
My dentist touched me. I think he felt my breast.
Oh, Rose, that's terrible.
What happened?
Well, when the nitrous oxide wore off and my head began to clear, Lou, that's my dentist, said he was checking my heartbeat, but I think he was up to more than that.
Well, why, Rose? I mean, what gave you that idea?
I don't think wowie wah wah wow is a medical term.
How can he do a thing like that?
And believe me, just because men in the medical profession wear white does not mean that they're angels.
He did something horrible and unethical, and he has to answer for it. We are going to find out who the proper authorities are, and you're going to lodge a formal complaint.
I wish men would have breasts, just for one day. Then they'd know what it's like to be judged by some physical trait. I mean, just because I'm built like this, you wouldn't believe how many people think I'm dumb.
Rose, you're too hard on yourself. I know people who think you're dumb over the phone. Doorbell. Doorbell.
Ma, what is the matter with you? Can't you answer the door?
My butt's asleep, and you know, I'm kind of getting into it.
Eisbornak, we need to talk.
Yeah, come in, Coach. Ma, this is Nick Odlevac, the football coach.
I never thought I'd say this, Dorothy, but I think you can do better.
Coach, let me save you a speech. Kevin deserves an F, and that's what he's getting.
In all the years I've been at St. Sebastian's, Kevin Kelly's the best athlete I've ever coached. For the very first time, we got a genuine shot at taking state. With Kevin playing, we could win that game in our sleep.
My butt's asleep.
We don't get much company. Look, that's my decision. Goodbye, Coach.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll sweeten the pot. You let Kevin play this weekend, and I'll take you out Saturday night.
You haven't read The Art of the Deal, have you, Coach?
Do I smell aftershave?
The coach was here trying to get me to compromise my principles.
I don't see what the big deal is about passing this boy. Why, in my neck of the woods, they practically gave grades away.
Blanche, in your neck of the woods, men named Bubba get into law school. Look, Blanche, it's time that somebody took a stand. I mean, it's time that somebody made a difference in Kevin's life.
Oh, Rose, honey, did you make the call?
Blanche, I appreciate you giving me the dental examiner's number and everything, but when I thought about actually filing a report...
Rose, people like your dentist count on their victims to back down, honey. You have to have courage.
Rose, this is not unusual. In most cases, when a person is molested, it's by a friend or a relative, someone they know.
But there are other considerations. What if I were wrong? The last time I had courage, I confronted Lucan Ulfnooner, St. Olaf's moodiest plastic surgeon.
Thank you very much, Rose. That was a great story.
Nice try, Dorothy. Anyway, Dr. Ulfnooner did some work on my mom, and do you know who she came out looking like? Raymond Massey.
Rose, that's terrible.
Well, that's what I thought when I accused the guy of malpractice and ruined his business. Unfortunately, little did I know.
Know what, Rose?
That was the look she was going for.
Rose, just because you had one bad experience doesn't mean you shouldn't confront Dr. Norgan now. You were taken advantage of.
Blanche, I was groggy, and I'm not 100% sure he did it. And as far as being taken advantage of, look who's talking.
I beg your pardon. Why, when I submit to a man's advances, it is with my consent. A woman has the option to say no. Honey, you weren't given that option. You were given nitrous oxide.
By the way, Blanche, when did you ever say no?
Did I say there was going to be a question and answer period after I spoke? Oh, Sophia, thank you, honey. How perfectly lovely.
Well, I was boiling water anyway to shrink the cyst on my backside. I figured, what the hell, I'll throw in a tea bag and make myself a hero.
Father O'Mara, this is a surprise.
Hello, Dorothy. May I come in?
Well, of course you may. Please come in. Ma, Blanche, this is Father O'Mara, St. Sebastian's Dean of Boys. Father, this is my mother, Sophia Petrillo, my roommate, Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche Devereaux. I've heard quite a bit about you.
All good, I hope.
I'm sorry, I can't reveal things learned in confession. But it's nice to match the name up with a face.
Oh.
Father, won't you sit down? And would you like something to drink?
Tea would be lovely if it's no trouble.
No, not at all. I already had some boiling water on account of this cyst on my bum.
Dorothy, as you're already eminently aware, St. Sebastian's has a very big football game on Saturday.
Father, I would think that you, of all people, would have higher ideals.
The highest. What I'm trying to say to you, Dorothy, is I truly believe that he would want Kevin to play on Saturday.
Really? I had no idea that he took such an interest in high school football.
Oh, yes, he likes all sports, even gymnastics. And I'm told you're quite the gymnast. Oops.
Father, I could really use the support of the administration on this.
I'm thinking of the school as a whole, Dorothy. I'm thinking of the community.
Well, I'm thinking about Kevin.
Well, there's nothing I can say to change your mind, but I feel I should inform you that we have an active and vocal alumni, and I can't be responsible for their actions.
Is that a threat?
More like a concern.
Well, I appreciate your concern, Father, but I'm sticking to my decision. Ma, what is it now?
You threw a priest out of the house. You disgust me. I'm going to go sit in my tea.
Ma, what are you doing?
I can't believe I have a daughter who threw a priest out the door.
Ma, you have relatives who threw priests out of windows.
That was business.
Dorothy, somebody left this package for you outside on the front porch.
Oh, what is it? A fish wrapped in newspaper.
Oh, my God, Dorothy, you know what this means?
White wine with dinner?
Do I look like I'm laughing? Here, read this note.
If Kevin Kelly doesn't play in Saturday's game, Dorothy Z sleeps with the fishes.
Dorothy, please, give the kid a D.
Oh, come on, Ma. It's just a prank.
Oh, Dorothy, I don't think you realize the significance of football in the South. I've had men break dates with me to go to football games.
Oh, come on. Nobody's going to kill me over a high school football game.
They killed this fish. Dorothy, please, I'm scared.
All right, Ma. Nothing to be scared about. I'll change Kevin's grade. I mean, this isn't worth it. I can't put my family through this. I thought I could make a difference. I can't. They win.
Thank you, Dorothy. That makes me feel better.
That's good, Ma.
Dorothy, can we have a big screen TV?
No.
Dorothy, please, I'm scared. What's going on?
Oh, Blanche is telling me about Freud.
Why are you asking her? I'm the one who slept with him.
Sophia, this is serious, honey. According to this book, if Rose doesn't confront Dr. Norgan, she could take her hostilities out on us.
Tunnels. He'll have to drive through tunnels.
Cheesecake. Good idea. Now we can be old and fat.
Let me handle this. Rose, you obviously had a very traumatic childhood. Now, I need to hear your whole life. I want you to start at the beginning and tell me your first memory.
Ma, I'm sorry. I didn't want your last days to be like this.
Close your eyes and think back. What do you see?
A cow. A chicken, a goat, a lamb, a rooster. No, 2 roosters. A pig. There's a man with a gun. He lifts the gun up into the air. He shoots it. And they're off. The pig takes the lead. The chicken is in second place. The roosters are neck and neck right on the tail of the chicken. They're coming right down.
Rose, before the menagerie rounds the clubhouse turn, you have to make the decision to confront Dr. Norgan. You can't keep something like this bottled up inside.
You're not alone. I have trouble confronting people.
Oh, yeah, right, Ma. Like just the other day when you made the butcher cry.
The man wouldn't trim the fat. What choice did I have?
Rose, when somebody does something wrong and it violates you, you should tell them about it.
She's right. It's not easy living with yourself when you haven't stood up for what you believe in. I know. I backed down myself today.
I guess I have to go and talk to him.
You'll feel better.
I'll go. Thank you, Blanche, all of you.
Oh, Blanche, you did a pretty good job focusing this for Rose and for me. I have to admit, you would have made a very good psychologist.
Great idea, Pussycat. Give Blanche an office with a couch and a license to charge by the hour.
Morning, Ms. Bornak. Can we come in?
Well, I don't know, Kevin. Can you?
May we come
Yes,
in?
of course you may. Please, come right in.
I don't know what just happened here, but it didn't sound like it deserved an F.
It's because Kevin is not an F student.
Look, it's not that I'm lazy, Ms. Bornak. I'm just really busy with ball. I wanted to read A Tale of Two Cities, but I didn't have the time.
Yeah, well, that was my fault, Kevin, for interrupting the high school experience with a book.
Hey, you didn't know?
Kevin, what are you going to do when you're out in the world competing with young men who have applied themselves? Like Ralph Zalden, you know, the boy whose underpants you turned into a hat yesterday after school?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Bornak, but Ralph Zalden's a geek.
Oh, a student pays attention, works hard, gets good grades. Does that make him a geek?
No, that makes him a dork. Geek is more like, you know, somebody with no friends, stays home every Saturday night, nose always buried in a book.
One word out of you and I cut off your supply of Metamucil. Look, Kevin, the reason you're in this trouble is because you have not been working up to your ability. I'll tell you what. If you can spare me 2 evenings a week, I'll give you an incomplete in English and tutor you privately until you can pass the whole course. And that way you'll be eligible to play tomorrow.
Fine, fine. Well, as soon as football season's over.
Young man, this woman is doing you a favor. She's taking time from her own busy schedule. They don't know you have no life.
Kevin, no dice. You take it or leave it. These are my terms.
Look, Coach, you told me if I was nice to her, she'd roll over. I'm out of here. If you want to win tomorrow, it's up to you.
Kevin!
Life gets tough outside of the driver's ed car, doesn't it, Coach?
Hey, look, Spornak, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure that Kevin plays in that game. If you don't want to make it easy on us, fine. But you're not going to stop us. I guarantee you that boy will be playing.
Well, at least I stood up for my principles.
This is the proudest I've been of you in my whole life.
Thanks, Ma.
Can you believe it? My whole life, and this is the proudest I've ever been. I'm depressed. I need a cookie.
Hello, Rose.
Hello.
Well, let's get to work. Hop in the chair.
Look, Dr. Norgan.
Hey, what's this Dr. Norgan? What happened to Lou?
All right, Lou, there's something I have to talk to you about.
Great. We'll talk while I work. Come on,
Well,
sit. Here we go.
I'll do that.
Now, Rose, what is it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Well,
Now, Rose, don't be ridiculous. You can feel free to discuss any subject with me. Certainly, I remember our last appointment. Bill's already in the mail. No, there was nothing out of the ordinary about the procedure. I put in a temp, and now you are ready for a crown.
I'm not talking about the procedure.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
You touched me. You fondled me. Didn't you?
Rose, this happens to dentists all the time. A side effect of the anesthesia can be hallucinations, fantasy. It's like a dream. I probably brushed up against you, and in your woozy state...
I am so sorry.
It's all right, Rose. Well, listen, what do you say we take a look at that crown?
Oh, you must hate me.
Rose, I don't hate you. You're a friend, a nice person. I look forward to our times together. You truly are a considerate, compassionate, understanding woman. Lovely woman. Delicate, innocent, enchanting. Wow, 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 wow.
this?
Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, darn you! I believed you. I even apologized to you.
Rose, I forgot myself. It will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't happen again. Not to me or to anybody else. I'm reporting you to the State Dental Board.
Rose.
Now, there's just one more thing before I go.
What?
Dance!
Come in. Oh, no. You're not a substitute nurse, too, are you?
I'm sorry about your knee. You know, you wouldn't have been blindsided if you'd stayed in the pocket.
You know football?
I know everything. I see some people have already signed your cast.
Yeah, some of the guys from the team. Are you signing it?
Correcting it. There is no K in victory. Oh, yeah, and we'll just change this to Miss Bornak eats shiitake mushroom.
Listen, if you're feeling guilty about not influencing my life, don't. People have been trying to get me to be serious for years.
We made a deal. You promised me that I could tutor you once football season was over, and it looks like it is.
Yeah, but this isn't exactly fair. I can't move.
I know. It'll be like teaching fish in a barrel. Shall I begin?
Do I have a choice?
Well, you could push the call button, but I'll be done with the book by the time the nurse gets here. So, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Good stuff, huh? It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of life.